Hey guys, so I have a new build here at this location. It's a junk deposit build, and I actually have the build with it. It's not as detailed, but it's here. This video is all pre-recorded, just a heads up, and I've edited already. But I've got the build, or I got a little bit of the build and decoration. So first off, biggest pain is you're gonna want to build a blueprint and legitimately set it up, like line it up perfectly. I will not tell you how long it took me. Actually, I will. It took me like half an hour just to get it lined up so that way I could do what I wanted to do with the build. And it was insane. Like, that was by far the biggest trouble. Like, you'll see me set it up here and I'm just like, oh yeah, that'll probably work. I can just adjust it from up here. Fun fact, couldn't. I was stuck for, again, half an hour trying to get this to line up perfectly. My biggest tip to you is trial and error. And trust me, there's going to be a lot of trial and a lot of error. But in the end, I did end up getting it to work, but it took so long. I even tried, there's a glitch where if you put a fireplace, originally I tried to get the, just try to get a foundation down just that way I could build up here. It doesn't allow you because it's a hollow object. So I was like, oh yeah, I can use the glitch with the fireplace. But then I realized you need an actual already existing anchor kind of point of a foundation. So that didn't work. So I ended up spending like half an hour with that blueprint of a oh yeah, there was a transition too. I edited that in, but I spent it up. This is how it ended up. It again took forever, but I ended up spending like, again, half an hour just lining it up, realizing that I was wrong, deleting everything, going back, doing it again, and I ended up with this design of just this end. Also, real quick tip, make sure you have the entire area in, because there was a portion where I couldn't build at because I wanted to get the junk in and I was going to build something around the junk area, but then I was like so close to the resource limit of what I have already that I was like, oh hey, I can't do it. So I just had to completely scrap what I was originally going to do. I was going to build like a kind of factory kind of thing, not a big one, but something around the junk extractor. But I ended up not being able to do that. And it was, this build, I'm happy with how it turned out in the end. There's just more I wanted to do with it, but because of the limitations of 70, like right here, you'll see I can't build at all around that. Like, I can't put walls on that little see-through piece. So I completely could not use that at all. And so I just ended up scrapping it and putting a wall there. I think you'll see that in this video, or in this clip I got. Oh, yeah, never mind, just fast forwarded. That was just me designing it. So I ended up putting these fences. Yeah, here's the room. This is, I think, me decorating it. But I just ended up, there's, again, so much I want to do with it, but because of the limitations of this building engine, of the camp build system, and don't get me wrong, I love the camp build system. I think it's highly improved from Fallout 4. It's just that I wish there was more, and it was a little bit more lenient, because Fallout 4 was a lot more lenient with that kind of stuff. But I ended up making this kind of upper area of like a VIP quote-unquote section. I ended up changing that around and putting that into a power armor station because I couldn't fit. Because I wanted to get every single thing up in this area, because I wanted this to be kind of like the work, not the VIP lounge. The lounge kind of area is like where I would be and my friends would chill out. That's like locked, but I wanted it to be like a free workshop area down at the straight bottom. I don't know why I'm just stopped here. What am I doing? Did my controller disconnect or something, or did the video freeze? Oh, that would really suck. Alright, anyway, I think anyway, controller disconnected. But I ended up spending so long, like, going back and forth. And that's one of the things with these builds, is that you have to go back and forth so often, figuring out what you want to do and how, like, you want to change it. Wow, I am really just sitting still in this clip. Anyway, I guess it's good just for me to talk. You can sit at the still image. I think that's good content. I don't know, man. It's just, it took me so long just to build this thing. And like I said, I'm happy with how it turned out. I just wish it would have been more, not detailed, again, lenient. Because there's, I never built a farm as well. That's something I completely forgot to build in this. I don't know if it's moving for you guys' screen, but for my editing, it's not moving, so that's awesome. So we'll see in post-production, I guess. But like I said, I built up the walls. I put up like a stove and its top and workshop area and a bunch of other things, and it turned out really well. It just I keep repeating the same thing, limitations, but I don't know. I love Fallout 76's build mechanics. I think it's, especially with the fact that I can place my camp anywhere, it gives you a lot of room to kind of, I say everywhere, but you can't build in like already marked locations, but it gives you a lot of kind of area to build. And I think that's a good design. It just gives you a chance to, like, I saw somebody build under a bridge that I would have never thought of. I thought that was the coolest idea. Like, oh hey, building that bridge. Like here, I was like, I wonder if it'll let me build there. Guess what? Ended up letting me build there. And I think that was the coolest thing, is that I was able to build where I wanted to build. And it's just, I don't know, I'm happy with how it turned out. And I kind of wanted to go for like a scrappy kind of like junky kind of build with like, oh yeah, I built this by hand to be safe. Like I kind of wanted that feel for the build. And it turned out really well. There's a lot of clipping issues. Like I couldn't get some roofs on that I wanted to get, and there is a height limit for some reason on build. I think here, because it's actually playing, I think here is a, like, I kept trying to get it in this area, like that's why I don't have anything there. I just ended up walling it off with the things, but I kept trying to get a roofing, so I wanted to make the bedroom larger. It's a good thing I didn't get it larger, because the amount of like workshop stuff I needed, I didn't have the room for it. And I think that's what really screwed me over, is that this was such a closed quarter area that I really couldn't get a lot of detail for just kind of like housework. I think here's a little bit of me decorating, like kind of, and I ended up decorating a lot more than I thought I was going to be able to, again, because of the limitations that I was give in. I ended up changing the staircase entirely. The staircase, I don't know, I didn't like that straight shot, so I kind of made it into a more spiral. I didn't get my recording software messed up. That's why you're seeing so many random clips of the stuff. It didn't save a lot of the stuff that I did, and that kind of upset me. Like, I didn't get to show you how I actually ended up setting it up. I tried to get that up there, but it's out of the build limit, because the cam workshop's kind of iffy on that. But I ended up, like, what was I saying? I couldn't get a lot of, like, detail in this, and I tried so hard. Like, right up here, you saw a little bit of that. I made it into more of like a kind of chill out area, like just a place to hang out, to not worry about the wasteland. It's got a good view, but the clipping on this build was insane. Like the game did not want me to build here. It was really pushing, but I'll show you the build. So here's the complete build. Again, it's right here. I can't stress this enough. I am happy with how this turned out, but I just couldn't get it how perfect. I think it looks really cool. I wish I would have gotten more wall decoration on the building, but again, I got really close to the build limit on this. So yeah, we got the junk extractor and some water purifiers. Again, I couldn't do what I wanted to do here, but I think, so I just kind of turned it into a survival area there of like resources. So right here we got kind of the entrance area. We got a little picnic table, and I put that guy there. That's glitched. I put this guy here just to kind of point you to where the shops are, because I did end up putting shops in this area. So if you like want to, again, you can try to replicate this all you want. I highly advise that. I think that'd be cool. But I tried to get as much of like the survival aspect. I just forgot farms. But so we got turrets defending the area, and you can kind of see the upper area. We've got a toilet, obviously. You need a toilet, and we got some shops, because I again wanted to include that stuff. We got our tools workbench, some wall clutter, and a clock to tell what time it is, obviously, because you need to know time. There's the stash. We got some more wall clutter. It's so cramped here. I put so much of the things, which I'm again happy. You can sit on the couch, stare at the fusion generator if you want, play some music. I got the camp up there, which I didn't know you could do, and I thought that looked really cool. But yeah, So this is kind of like my the bedroom area of like where I would sleep. It's locked, because I don't want people touching me while I sleep. That'd be weird, but it's pretty quaint. It's just like a bed, a tuba. I'm dehydrated. Get a drink real quick, but hate whenever I get dehydrated during one of these. But so yeah, it's quaint. It's got the bed and everything's kind of set up well. Anyway, so I've got about everything you would need for survival. I've got all the wires are set up to where they don't hit your head as well. I actually made sure that they didn't clip through your head because I thought that looked dumb. So I think that turned out well. And then coming up here we have the staircase. What am I looking at? Anyway, so coming up here we have the staircase, employees only, you know, restricted area because it's only for me and people I know. But you just come up here, the door's locked. You got the radiation purifier. I don't have the switch, so I didn't plug it in because it get really annoying. But it's got the cooking station up here, power armor, you know, the workbench. Still have yet to find a TV. I'm a genius. You got that, your couch, and all this. I've got a clip at night that I'll show as well. A clip of this build at night. It'll be a really quick clip. It's not going to be too extreme. But I am happy with how this turned out. Cannot stress that enough. I just wish I would have been able to have done more. I'm quoting that so much. I'm saying that so much in this. But I can't stress enough that I wish there was more I could have done. But yeah, no, I'm happy with the lighting and everything. I'll just kind of let the clip of the nighttime build go. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, I guess.